fantastic, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, talk about setting a high bar for tonight. Flawless.
It's all downhill.
No, it's where the best is yet to come, and I truly believe,
thank you.
Of course.
Thank
I mean, everyone in the chat knows it. The energy is high. I'm just going to go in and thank the good people at home for tuning in, because without them, you know, what are we all doing here?
Yes, thank you.
Jacob Lawrence hanging out. He's here for it, he says. We have Colleen N. sounding good. We have Hassan Mert with the bear emoji. Glitter Girl with the bear emoji. Jory Center with great quality. Awesome job.
Love you, JC.
Eileen Marma with a heart. And so many others that are just taking the time to tune in tonight to our 8th episode of Our Band Show. Guys, we are live right here, coming to you from our studio in your living room, bedroom, outdoor screened-in porch, which I really hope if you have one, you're enjoying that right now, because it's a jacuzzi. This is Our Band Show. Welcome. If you guys don't know who we are, if you don't know what we do, every month we go live with a local band right from here in our studio in Poughkeepsie, and we broadcast it out to you guys for free on YouTube. So if you like what you're hearing, all we ask is that you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. It would greatly help us, and tonight it would help get Slip Groove heard by as many people as possible. And if there's one thing I think everyone can agree on, it's that everyone needs to check you guys out, because you are absolutely phenomenal, and we know you guys have been making waves in the local scene for quite some time, and we're excited to finally have you in here. So, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
And thanks for what you guys do here too, supporting
Thanks for
local
having
music. You know, helping us get out there, you know.
Certainly. Of course. No, it's a community for a reason. You know, there's give and take. And tonight, hopefully, we're able to give so that everyone at home can take a great Sunday evening memory with them. That's the whole point. So, guys, I mean, talk to me. Tell me about how you're doing, how you're feeling. It's been a long day, but we're here. We're live now.
So we pulled in at 1:00, and Christian said, you know, just go to the gate and they'll let you in. And we waited at the gate for 10 minutes because we didn't know we were supposed to push a button.
Buttons are hard, right?
Yeah.
But we feel great. It's very comfortable in here, and you guys are just really helpful with the sound. It sounds great in our headsets. So we're happy to be here. I mean, this is what we do for fun. So just bringing the fun to a different place is kind of natural for us.
Yeah, you guys are really good at that. And I think it's because you're so well rehearsed. It's airtight, this set. I mean, you don't literally miss a beat. I've been enjoying every second of the sound check. It's almost been difficult for me to sound check, not because the quality of musician isn't there, the songwriting isn't there. I'm just getting so sucked into it that I keep forgetting I have a job to do. And that's always a good, you know, that's a good feeling to have, because if you don't love what you do, then don't do it at all. And you guys clearly love what you do, so talk to me about your sound. For people at home who may just be coming from last month's episode or all the episodes prior that are just checking out another episode of Our Band Show, what do you want them to know about Slip Groove?
So I would say, I guess first and foremost, we very much think of ourselves as a song-based band. We take a lot of care in crafting the songs. I write the songs, but then when I bring them to the guys, and we talked about this earlier, Chris and everybody, that even though I wrote the songs, I never, ever tell anybody what to play. It's way more fun, and it comes out way better when they just kind of figure out what sounds good. And, you know, through rehearsal, they don't need me to tell them something doesn't sound right. They know it. And instead of me describing what to play, it's so much more fun and so much more creative for them just to figure out something that sounds good at that part. So that's definitely one of our philosophies. And, you know, of course, you know, as a rock and roll band, we like taking guitar solos and jamming out and stuff like that. But I would say first and foremost, we're very much aware of the chord progressions, the riffs, the lyrics, and yeah, so that's where we're coming from.
So is it safe to say, Dan, that the song starts with you and then together you shape it into what we're hearing right now?
That is fair to say, yes, absolutely. I write all the songs on an acoustic guitar, and you know, the more I play with these guys, the more I can kind of anticipate what they might do with it, and that informs how I write the songs at this point. But, you know, Ken plays a very melodic style bass, which is important. We were a threesome for a long time, so that melodic bass was really huge. Otherwise, it kind of sounds like folk songs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we're a rock band. And with Emery with us now, I don't even know how to describe what he does. He's just kind of the mad synth wizard I don't even know how to describe it. He's more than the glue. He's like the...
Yeah.
We'll get to the mad synth wizard in 1 second, because I am equally as just infatuated with what the organ offers. Listening to the album and contrasting it live here in studio, the album's incredible, of course, but just having that layer of keys is just, it fills it out so much. But you said something that was very musical, and I'd like to break that down for people at home who might not quite understand what we all mean when we say, as a songwriter myself, I come up with the idea on my acoustic guitar, then I take it to the rest of my guys, and they inform what that sound might become. Can you explain that process a little more? What do you mean by you guys all together? You guys all come together cumulatively to inform the sound. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, for one thing, I mean, I'll give them the chords and the lyrics, but they don't hear anything ahead of time. It's not like I give them a track and say, hey, this is what I came up with. It's just, we rehearse every Tuesday, and we used to rehearse like an hour and a half. We rehearse now almost 3 hours simply because we enjoy it and we lose track of time. So I'll bring a song. I'll just be like, hey, I got a new song. And they'll be like, great, play it, Dan.
And then we just play it.
And then we just play
exactly.
it. And then we're like, that was good. And then Ken will be like, well, let's do it again. And then we'll do it again.
Elbow grease, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And passion, I can see. And so what's it been like expanding that sound now, adding a fourth member, Emery, on the keyboards, the organ, to be specific?
We knew, I mean, we had been playing for a year plus, and we could talk about how that all started a little bit later, but I'd say for the past 6 months or so, we've kind of known that we want to add either another guitar or a keyboard, but we knew we didn't want like a honky-tonk piano, even though a lot of our songs are kind of like that. And even on the record, our producer, who's incredible, he plays keys on several tracks, and he's fantastic. But M's tone is different. It's more of, I just don't know how to say it other than like this like synth wizard thing, which is absolutely how I imagined it in my head. So when he sat in with us the first time, we were so excited, because we knew, he's got a good ear and he can play the rhythm. It's just now he's just got to want it, and he wants it.
As a bystander, he adds a real depth almost to the likes of like a Deep Purple, what the organ offers to their recordings, or like any of those great like Woodstock bands. The organ's so quintessential and sometimes so subtle, but once you take it out of that mix, you really are wishing and missing its presence. Is that something you guys think about, that approach? Because I very much so get that same kind of feel. But Emery, why don't you talk to us a little bit about your addition to the band and sort of how you see your role and how you've further expanded the sound of Slip Groove.
I feel like this was supposed to be our band show, but it's like, let's get M to Blush show now. But thank you so much for all the kind words. So what happened was I always loved the organ, but I actually am not. I'm like a keyboard player. I make electronic music and whatnot, but I started playing with Slip Groove about like 6 weeks ago, maybe a little more. And I knew Ken, we played before, and he was just like, we were looking for a keyboard player, you want to come play? I was like, sure, but I had no idea what I was like walking into. I just trusted Ken's taste in music and his ability, because he's got mad skills. And at first I brought my microKORG just to see what I can do. And out of all the different sounds, even though there was a lot of potential, I kept going back to the organ. And it's always been something I wanted to do. I wanted to play like organ in a rock or blues band. And so I just grabbed this like small little organ because I thought it would be easy, portable. And then soon I was like, okay, I need more keys. So I attached this MIDI keyboard to it. So I control my sound through the keys, but I play on the MIDI controller. And honestly, just the versatility of an organ. So like you can craft your sound live. And as a synth player, I really dig, like, instead of playing a lot of notes, just changing the sound and creating music or layers through the music.
It's like a texture. Yeah.
And yeah, when I walked in, they were already a band. They already had the album out. They already had the songs, and I just had to like kind of sneak in and find my place. And I'm slowly getting there, I think. And it's a lot of fun. That's the main thing for me. I really enjoy doing this. I have a lot of fun doing it, and it's always a great time. I never came together with Slip Groove and said, "Oh man, that sucked."
Wait, just give it time.
You know.
No, that makes total sense, and it's really cool to see how quickly you've integrated in such a meaningful way. I mean, it's just like we were talking, and I've listened to the album a bunch, just as a fan, really, and the keys, I almost would love to hear re-recordings of some of these songs with like your touch on them, Emery. But I think I'm excited to see how you guys move forward and progress.
I appreciate that.
I think it's going to be really cool. I mean, I have so many more questions that I want to ask you guys. So stick around for interview number 2, which is going to come up after we play a few more songs here, because I'm going to ask them about their origin story. I would love to know what that first year of the band is like. I'm curious about the growth, because you guys feel like you've been playing together for like 20 plus years. It's really impressive. And as an engineer tonight, I'll have everyone know, I'll just peel back the curtain. Like Emery was talking about his sound, and now he's literally EQing and, manipulating it on the fly. I'm simply just a conduit for his volume. It's just speaking in musical terms. I mean, he really is just like adding so many layers, and the whole band is. It's absolutely incredible to work with you guys for the professionalism and level of musicality you bring. One thing we've been very blessed to have here on the show is incredible performers, and you guys just fit right in with all the rest of the alumni. So with that said, where can they find you? The good people at home are watching. We are up to 16 viewers live at this moment, our all-time record for our show. So shout out the socials. Where can they find you guys and keep up to date with all things Slip Groove?
So these are our favorite 16 people in the world. The other 40 of you who I texted, you're going to be hearing from me.
I heard some names that I know, and I really appreciate their support, being there, watching. So it was good that you read out some of the names. I was like, man, I know some of these people.
I mean, there's a lot of bears in the chat right now. It's fitting as we are in spring. Winter is lifting, the ground's thawing out, and the animals are coming out of hibernation. And it seems like the Our Band Show audience is too, because things are absolutely grooving and moving down there, to borrow from the great Walt Clyde Frazier. But with that said, I mean, where can they find you guys? Where can they move and groove with you?
So Instagram for sure is Slip Groove Band, and that's how we network with a lot of people, bands and venues, and really anyone who's doing anything. We follow you right back just to support you, and so that's been very helpful. Slip Groove Band on Instagram. The website is slipgrooveband.com. That's where you can see where we're playing, all the shows we've got booked. And on YouTube, just like Our Band Show, we have a YouTube channel, and it's Slip Groove Band. You can subscribe to it, and pretty much every show we play, we'll post a couple of videos from there. They're kind of cell phone videos, but I think they communicate the energy and the fun, and they communicate the song. So I'm happy to keep posting on that.
I couldn't agree more. That's incredible. Guys, follow them. If you didn't hear, it's Slip Groove Band on all socials. And of course, visit their website, and you can follow us. Subscribe to Our Band Show across all socials. We are at Our Band Show. Share this episode with a friend. Give this video a like, and comment a bear in the chat just to show your appreciation and support for Slip Groove, who are about to take us into another incredible bout of music. They speak about playing at a venue that is near and dear to my heart in this next song. That would be Broadway Joe's. And
we haven't talked about that yet. Wow.
There's a lot coming in the second interview. We're going to chat about our past history playing shows
I lived there.
across the states. We're going to get the Slip Groove origin story, and we're going to find out an album that influenced each member of the band, guys. So you don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to miss a thing, as Steven Tyler once said, even though he didn't write that song. And speaking of not missing a thing, keep your eyes and ears peeled. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Slip Groove with their next batch of songs, starting off with In Buffalo. Take it away, guys.